I'm a serial entrepreneur since I've been 23 years of age. I've always, I wouldn't say been a visionary. That's not it. I just think that I've always been excited about business and life in general. So I've been in the energy drink space. I owned an energy drink company. It was a fun business. I've been in the .com space, the internet world, since about 1997. So I'm somewhat familiar with the internet world. Also been in the software business, and I have had a lot of business dealings, a lot of business partners, and I met my best business partner to date, and his name is Jason Simon Camper. We're both equal equity partners in this company. We're both co-CEOs and co-founders of this company, and I'm really excited to say to all of you on this call, when you think about our business and the days ahead, the one thing that I want you all to reflect on is that no one can become a super success on their own. So every one of you on this call are going to have to accept the reality that if you are going to have a chance to earn a massive financial opportunity here with our company, we want you to be aware that every business in the world, whether it's Nike or Rolex watches, it doesn't matter what you're thinking of, no company is built on one person alone. It takes all of us, and I'll tell you this much. You would never want to be connected to a company that has one person that's doing it all. What if they died? You have to have a real business that's being run by a lot of people. So we've got a very fortunate situation taking place here. I tell people all the time, I told my wife this last week, I said, this happens maybe every 20 years to a company in the world. What Lavelle is going through, 30 months of orders online, and we this month, ending October, will be 30 months of you all building this company. Every one of you, thousands of you out there tonight, and it's a very special time. 27 months in a row. You all have never had a down month in sales this month. Pretty darn confident saying to you all are going to do it again, but with flying colors. I think this month is going to absolutely shatter the month of September. So, will it go for forever? Every month going up, up, up. We've seen companies like Apple and Google and companies just have months and years of just explosive growth. I don't want you to think small-minded. I want you to be aware that you are on a call live with a company that's been in business 30 months and 27 months in a row. It's never gotten smaller, never had a down month. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to someone that will give you his perspective on Lavelle.com, what it's all about. And he's got some guests that are going to come on and share their stories as well. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it to Johnny Collins and say on behalf of myself and Jason Camper and everybody out there, we're excited to have you run this live call tonight. Johnny, take over.
Thank you so much, Paul. I got to kind of smile when I think back and when I listened to my very first Lavelle Live call. It was about a year ago, more than a year ago now, and I was in my really not so nice apartment laying on my used hand-me-down couch. My brother three-wayed me into this call. It was talking about this company that had 60% growth and how amazing it was, and this new product was going to change the lives of everybody, and it was going to be the next Nike nutrition, and I just laughed with my skeptical mind and said, yeah, right. And it's very humbling and amazing to be hosting this call a year later today, and I look forward to the people that are lucky enough to be listening in tonight that next year will be hosting this call, and I look forward to hearing them. So a little bit about myself. I'm 24 years young. I've been in the music industry and playing music. It was my heart and soul has been in inspiring others through music since I was a little kid. And my whole life I wanted to be a rock star until I got to Nashville and I realized that all I wanted was a tour bus. So I kind of let that dream. I got real close, and I didn't want what I found was real in that industry. You don't know what's behind the curtain until you get there, kind of like the Oz thing. So when my brother approached me about taking this product, I said, no way. There's no way I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do one of those companies. I don't believe that you should pay a company to promote and bring the revenue. And my brother said, well, the good news is this company is free to be a part of, so you're not going to pay an enrollment fee, and you're not going to pay an annual fee, and it's free to be a promoter. So I said, huh. And then he said, and it's so free to be a promoter that you're already registered with an account. I made you one, so there's that. And I also sent you some product in the mail, promising you'll take it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll take the product. And I was going to prove him wrong. Day one for me, I didn't feel like Superman. There's a lot of people that feel this product day one, and I was not one of them. I felt a little bit better, but coming from the music industry and the lifestyle that I was living, I was also waking up, after a very long night of drinking and going out. So I was sleep deprived. I had a lot of alcohol in my system, and it would kill my hangover, so that's the way I took it. Day 4, same thing. I wasn't taking the product correctly. I was waking up, an hour after I got up. I'd lay in bed for an hour, 2 hours, get up, take a capsule, wait 2.5 hours, eat, then try my lifestyle mix, and then put a DFT on and call it good. And that's the way I was taking it for about the first month, to be completely honest with you. And then I came out to stay with my brother for a little while, and he said, listen, this is how we're going to do this the right way. You're not going to go out. You're going to clean yourself up for a weekend, and we're going to start fresh again. So day 1, once again, I felt a little bit, but it wasn't until about day 5 on my restart that I really started to see my mood improving. My clarity in my breathing. I was being able to. My allergies were just out there. My digestive tract was on point. My lean muscle was there. I felt incredible, and it wasn't. It's just something that I can't even begin to describe. I just felt almost euphoric. I just felt great. I'm a pleasure to be around now. I used to never smile. I smile all the time now, and it's just something that's really helped me a lot. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'll give this a shot. If I can help more people feel this good for free, why not? So I ended up calling a few of my best friends who all told me no. Right out for the very first thing, I called my friend Jeremiah, and he said, no, it's stupid, and don't bother me with that stuff. And I said, okay. And then I called my best friend Dexter, and he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm with another company, and you're dumb. You should join my company. And I said no, and we didn't talk. And then I called like 4 or 5 more friends, and finally I was able to hit my VIP with my brother. So we'll go over that a little bit later. But needless to say, I'm going to bring somebody on the line here that, after about 6 months of talking with him, I'll let him share his story, was actually now one of my best and brightest promoters. So Jeremiah Jackson, buddy, are you out there? I'm going to hand this over to you. Will you please go over 60 to 90 seconds, I guess, of your story, and let us know how Thrives helped you in your life.
Absolutely, and yeah, I'm really long-winded, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it short and sweet for you. We got a lot of great talkers on here. Johnny's right. Chris tried to get me a long time ago, over a year ago, about the same time he tried to bring Johnny on. I gave him a bunch of crap about how it was garbage and I didn't want anything to do with it. And then when he got Johnny involved, I told Johnny, you shouldn't just follow your brother. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. I was very skeptical, saying it was a placebo and a pyramid scheme and all these things. That it was really just my own ignorance and the fact that I was in a negative place in my life that caused me to do those things. And for months, it was probably about 6 to 8 months, like Johnny said, where I just constantly every day I'd be like, no, and I would seek them out on Facebook to say bad things and call them bad names, and it was really horrible, especially looking back on it now. Johnny came to visit me in July, and he asked me a question about Thrive while my back was turned to him. And as I turned around, he shoved 2 pills in my mouth, handed me the shake, and slapped the patch on my arm and was like, you're thriving today, bud. And I was kind of mad, but I went ahead and did it anyway because I was going to prove him wrong. And day 1, it wasn't like a whoa, oh my gosh, everything's happening for me that I've seen with some of my people that I've registered. But I definitely felt a little bit of a notice. Moving forward a few more days, like day 4, I can't really say that I experienced that life-changing moment, and it was because I wasn't taking the product correctly. Much like Johnny said earlier, I was deep in my alcoholism and staying out and ripping it up, and I also wouldn't take the product correctly. I'd take it for a day, not take it for a day, skip a couple of days. And then it was my wife who called me out and was like, you're not taking this seriously. You need to clean your act up. You need to start taking the product exactly the way it is, because I can tell a big difference on the days that you take your stride versus the days you don't take your stride. So I did, short version of this, I did start taking it seriously. And by day 10, I call it my Pinocchio moment, because at day 10, I couldn't believe how much better I felt. It was unbelievable. My joints felt better than they had felt since I was a kid. I was sleeping through the night without waking up several times. I was being very regular in the bathroom. That's quite frank. That was a problem for me. And I had so much energy again to play with my kids and go and do fun stuff with my wife. And when you put all that together, that negative attitude that had held me down for so long was gone. And one of the things I tell everybody, what Thrive does between your ears, the change that happens when that cloud is lifted off of you, is indescribable, and everyone deserves to know what that feeling is for themselves. And whoever got you on this call, get back with them and find out what you got to do to give yourself a shot at Thrive.